Perfect. Okay, so this is scenario number 2, the Norway scenario. This is Happy New Year 1945 again. So we are going to attempt this. I've done some reading. I've posted in the forums again. And the community's been nice enough to answer my questions. So here we go. Okay. A. Initial determination of supply status. Phasing player may ask non-phasing player to identify specific C supply lines, intercept them. Phasing player may run supply through series. B. Build or dismantle air bases. Okay. So B, Germany has declared war on Denmark, so we can place an air base. So we're going to place an air base right there. And we are going to stage attack to the air base, a fighter to the clear terrain, and a para to the air base. And we will restage the bomber to there. C, phasing player performs counter air missions. We're not going to be doing any counter air missions. D, phasing player performs naval base changes and announces any Navy patrols. We're not going to be doing any of that. E, phasing player announces and executes air attacks against enemy naval units in port. We're not going to be doing that. F, phasing player may use naval and air units to interdict enemy supply lines. We're not going to be doing that. H, units embark on sea transport missions and embark to conduct amphibious invasions. Move naval units carrying out sea transports and/or amphibious invasions. These units are subject to interception. Okay, this is a step that I'll probably need clarification on. We'll just see if I'm doing it right. But anyway, here we go. So Germany is going to be performing some naval invasions. One fleet is going to carry the 2-5 to Narvik, and one fleet is going to carry the 1-8 mech and 1-8 infantry to Oslo. The Oslo fleet is going to carry the evasion chit, and this fleet is just going to be on its own. Okay. So this fleet can move through these straits. So this is going to move to there. This is going to move to here. And now the Allies, non-phasing player announces interception attempts and rolls for them. Okay. So the Allies are saying to Germany, well, we ain't gonna let you get off without a fight. So one fleet's gonna come 3 sea zones from Calais, and another British fleet's gonna come 3 spaces from Rosyth, and this naval fleet is going to come and intercept this German fleet. I'll just lay them out right there. And each German fleet, phasing player conducts any naval battles in any sea areas which he has been intercepted. Naval units which have carried out their missions remain in the destination sea area until the end of the turn. Okay, we got our attacks all planned out here. So again, I'll want to check this for clarity. So we got the two fleets here against this, and we got the Scapa Flow fleet here. So we'll do Oslo first, the invasion attempt. I mean, the interception attempt. +1 for west front surprise. +1 for a distance of 3 sea areas. I'm not sure if I did that right. Like, I don't know if two fleets from two different ports can intercept at the same time. You guys can clarify that for me. +4 for the evasion shit. +1 because I have attack in the adjacent base. -1 for sea transport. So the net interception modifier is +6, and we have to roll on the number of air and or fleet units in force being intercepted, so it's 1 or less. So needing a 5 or less, only a natural 1 will result in interception. I got a 5, so this fleet is not, the Oslo fleet is safe. And the Scapa Flow, +1 for west front surprise, -1 for 1 sea area distance, and -1 for a CV NAC, and -1 for sea transport. Net modifier a -2. I need a 5 or less. Modified, I got a 9. Modified to a 7. So there is no interception there. The Germans got really lucky. Okay, the fleets returned back to their ports. Now M, phasing player conducts first impulse ground unit movement. Okay, the attack in Oslo. They only hit on a 9 or greater. So they got 2, so the flak missed. Okay. Narvik's army is a third rate. So it's on a beachhead, so it's tripled. +1 for a city, so it's a 4. So right now I have 3 to 4, so that's 1-to-1 odds. And I have 3 column shifts because I have 2 from the medium bomber and 1 from the shore bombard. It's a first-rate attacker against a third-rate defender with a -3 die roll modifier. We got a 9 modified to a 6, and the result is a DD. Okay, so this is a 1 factor, so this is eliminated. Okay, advance after combat. I think the para can land there. I'm going to need a check on if the para can land there. I'm obviously going to return 1 to Wilhelmshaven and 1 to Kiel. So they're in separate ports. Natch. Because I don't think I can split it up. I think it has to be a port thing. Allied player's turn. Okay, so we're going to embark on sea transport, obviously. Now the goal is to eliminate person. Phasing player announces naval base changes. The French are going to move over there. Yeah, second-rate armies can stack 2 guys. I don't know if that actually means anything. I don't know if I can combine these 2. See, I'm getting confused. All I gotta do is eliminate 1 thing. Ports may base 3 fleets. I should look up the Narvik box. Okay, so it's a beachhead. You are gonna come here. So anyway, I'll do 1 sea area away, so that German fleet's going to try and intercept. So this is 3 or less fleets. So I'll be rolling in the 3 or less column. So +1 for West Front Surprise. +1 for CV Neck. -1 if non-phasing player has one or more land-based tack. Yeah, okay, so -1. -1 if non-phasing players intercepting naval units are in a port 1C area away. Yep. And -1 for transporting C units. So I need a 9 or less to intercept. I got 5, so I got a 4, so this force has been intercepted. Think intercept with my tack as well. And Germany's going to be committing all of its air. Computing the odds, air-to-air combat. First, the phasing player adds up the number of his tack, MDM, air units, and air bases adjacent to the sea area, which he has been intercepted. He then adds any friendly CV, NAC air units available in that sea area. The phasing player then compares his total number of air combat factors with the combat strength of any intercepting air units the non-phasing player has committed to that sea area. This comparison takes place before any naval units fight any air unit. The non-phasing player may commit some, none, or all of his eligible units. Combat between air units is resolved on the air-to-air combat results table. Okay. So that is going to be that. The attack versus the attack, and it's going to be the German TAC and MDM versus the British NAC. So we got our air-to-air combat. All NAC units, whatever their nationality, are considered 4th rate in air combat. Okay, so there would be I think I would have a +2 for having a TAC or an MDM, and yeah, it's an unfavorable. I don't know who the attacker is in this situation. Well, the phasing player is the attacker. I'm the defender. I'm just doing the interceptions. Okay. Okay, if the okay, so it's a wash because I have +2. but they have -2 because of the thing, so it's 0. Okay, but anyways, it's a -4 dice roll modifier because Britain is 4th rate. So the odds are 1 to 2. Or no, I guess the odds are 2 to 1, actually. No, the odds are 1 to 2. It's the phasing player that rolls. Odds are 1 to 2 with -4 modifier. Right? Yeah. Because I'm not the phasing player. Germany is the non-phasing player, so I'm the defender. Yeah, the phasing player is assumed to be the attacker. To the defending interceptor. Yeah, okay. So it's a 1 to 2. -4. Okay. So -1. Defender eliminated. Wait. DE. Defender. Loses 1 tack. And holy crap. Unexpected. I guess I will lose tack. Holy crap. Okay. Which air units may attack naval units? After each round of air-to-air combat, NAC, TAC, or MDM units that survived air-to-air combat may attack and be attacked by the fleet and or CV units in port or in sea areas. Fighter units may not attack. Each fighter attacking sea areas, blah, blah, blah. One fleet as compared to attack, which would count as 3 fleets. Alright. Okay, there is no surprise attack. Naval flak. Unless they've been surprised, fleets and CVs get to roll on flak table before undergoing air attacks. Each full-strength fleet or CV has a flak factor of 0.5. Each full-strength CV NAC has a flak factor of 1. Depleted fleet. Okay. So this is 1. So that's 3. 3 on the flak table. On the light flak table. Wait. So they need above a 7. They got a 9. AD. 1 attacker depleted. Okay. Okay, so my medium bomber got depleted. So now we, once a fleet has been intercepted by air and or naval units and air-to-air combat resolved, the phasing player rolls his air-naval attack against air-naval units on the air-to-sea combat table. Note that in any naval air combat, if a force consisting solely of naval units engages an enemy force consisting solely of air units, the naval units cannot deplete or eliminate enemy air units except through the flak table. In engagements between mixed forces, each side has both air and naval units. The weakest units are depleted or eliminated first. Weakest is determined by nationality rating. Note, all NACs, whatever their nationality, are 4th rate. On the air to sea naval combat, each MDM tack or knack. So air to sea. Fuck. I think my depleted bomber's 4th rate. Right? Air units, yeah. I have to look that up now. Um, 7-Eleven, I guess. 7-Eleven. Yeah, what the fuck does depleted mean? Oh my goodness. Whatever, so it's depleted, but okay, so my fleet's 4th rate. That's all it is. I got a depleted bomber, so my fleet's 4th rate because more than half of it, because this counts as 3 factors. Okay, so we continue with air to sea. Okay, combat modifiers for this air. There is no surprise because there was an air battle. Each MDM or attack counts as 3 fleets. Oh yeah. No more than 4 fleets. Okay, so if player's force contains at least one undepleted CV NAC, defender, attacker. Okay, interceptor is defender, interceptor is defender. So -1 for fully supplied CV NAC. And -4 for 4-3 defender, bringing the total to a -5. I don't think there's any column shifts, so I'm only allowed to use 4 fleets. So the combat is 1-1, I believe, with a -5 modifier. So that is a 6, and -5 is a 1, and the 1-1 is DD2. Defender has 2 fleet or CV units depleted. Only fleets and CVs may be depleted or sunk on this table. Okay. So I got a DD2. So what do you do with a DD2? Damage is cumulative. A depleted fleet may no longer sea transport units, conduct amphibious invasions, perform naval interception, or strategically move units. If a full-strength fleet was already carrying and became depleted as a result of an enemy attack, it must return to port at the end of the 3rd round of naval combat. When a fleet is depleted, the owning player rolls to see how badly depleted that naval force is. Use the following table. Alright. So a 1. Damage sustained 1. I don't know what to use to mark a fleet as depleted. For 1. I don't know. Like, is it the bullet holes? Fleets damage sustained 1. Well, anyway, I'll mark that as depleted. I do not know what to do. Okay. Well, that's it then. There's not going to be a second round of combat. The German fleet got wrecked. Phasing. Okay, so the phasing player continues on. So I'm just going to go ahead and do that because that's the end game. I don't know how CV NAC OAS can assist. First impulse ground unit movement. OAS may assist. So is offensive airport support can Knack do that? First impulse. Air operations. Okay. Offensive air support. 11-13. What? Oh, 11-3. Sorry. Air combat must be resolved before OAS. Fighter units have no impact on OAS but can participate in air combat against enemy fighter, NAC, or MDM air units over target hex or in any hex. Each surviving undepleted TAC Yeah, NAC can't do OAS. They can only perform counter support in ports or something like that. Okay, ground combat. Now this will be a little interesting because Britain and France are second rate, which is good for Germany. Okay. So Britain and France have 4. Narvik is a beach hex, so that is tripled. So that's a 6. So right now the odds are 4-6. So that's that's 1-2. Would that be 1-2? 4-6. That's 2-3. Whatever. What do you round up? Look up computing combat odds. Sure. Determining combat odds. Whatever, I'll just go to 10. It's gotta be there somewhere. Okay, the result is converted to a ratio rounded down to benefit the defender, e.g. 13-4. Yeah, so 4-6 is 1-1. That's what they're saying. Okay. So the odds are 1-1. There's a shore bombardment. So it's a 2-1. And there is a -1. There's a +1 die roll modifier because I am second rate. So we got a 9 +1 to a 10 in the 2-1 AE. All attacking units are eliminated. Holy crap. Done. So that's it. I'm going to post this and hopefully you guys can tell me what I did wrong. Thank you very much.